Bengal probes Pegasus. What are the powers of a commission of inquiry? According to the notification issued by West Bengal government, the commission will inquire into and report on inter alia the reported interception and the possession, storage and use of such information collected through such interception in the hands of state actors and non-state actors. The West Bengal government has set up a commission of inquiry into the alleged surveillance of phones using the Pegasus spyware developed by the Israeli cyber intelligence company NSO Group. The commission, comprising former Supreme Court Justice Madan B. Lokur and former Calcutta High Court Justice Jyoti May Bhattacharya, will look into the alleged breach of privacy of several individuals, journalists, activists, business persons, police officials, politicians, both in the government and in the opposition. What is its mandate? According to the notification issued by the West Bengal government, the commission will inquire into and report on inter alia the reported interception and the possession, storage, and use of such information collected through such interception in the hands of state and non-state actors. The notification said reports that are part of a global investigation by 17 media organizations drawing on data accessed by Paris-based Forbidden Stories are a definite matter of public importance. What are its powers? Under the Commission of Inquiry Act 1952, a commission set up by government shall have the power of a civil court while trying a suit under the Code of Civil Procedure 1908. This means that the commission has powers to summon and enforce the attendance of any person from any part of India and examine her on oath and receive evidence, and it can order requisition of any public record or copy for any court or office. Under Section 5 of the Act, the Commission also has the power to require any person subject to any privilege which may be claimed by that person under any law for the time being enforced to furnish information on such points or matters. That is the opinion of the Commission may be useful or relevant to the subject matter of the inquiry. Why has the state government set up the Commission? While both the central and state government can set up such commission of inquiry, states are restricted by subject matter that they are empowered to legislate upon. However, it matters who orders an inquiry first, not just politically but also under the law. If the central government set up the commission first, then states cannot set up parallel commission on the same subject matter without the approval of the center. But if a state has appointed a commission, then the center can appoint another on the same subject if it is of the opinion that the scope of the inquiry should be extended to two or more states. The West Bengal government appointing a committee first could force the center to react on the issue. In the past, there has been several political tussle between a state and the center, leading to setting up of different commissions of inquiry on the same subject matter. In 2002, Narendra Modi was Gujarat Chief Minister. The state government has set up a commission of retired Justice G.T. Nanavati and A.H. Mehta to probe the Godhra train burning and the subsequent riots. The commission later gave a clean chit to the state government and its report. In 2004, Lalu Prasad Yadav, the Union Railway Minister, and the Congress-led UPA government constituted a commission of inquiry on the same subject under former Supreme Court Judge U.C. Banerjee. The Banerjee Commission reported findings contrary to that of the State Commission. However, the Gujarat High Court later held that the constitution of the Banerjee Commission was illegal and quashed its conclusion since the state-appointed commission was already looking into the issue. What kind of subjects can a commission probe? Under Section 2A of the 1952 Act, commission set up by the central government can make an inquiry into any matter relatable to any of the entries in List 1 Union List or List 2 State List or List 3 Concurrent List in the 7th Schedule to the Constitution, while commission set up by state government can look two entries in List 2 or 3. In the Pegasus Inquiry Commission, the West Bengal government has cited public order and police entries. While the subjects are in the state list, an argument could also be made that the subject matter of the inquiry essentially falls under the central list. Entry 31 of the Union List or List 1 deals with the post and telegraph, telephones, wireless broadcasting and other like forms of communication. What value does such a commission's report have. The findings of such commissions are normally tabled in the assembly or parliament depending on who constituted it. The West Bengal government has tasked the Lokur Commission to submit a report within 6 months. However, the government is not bound to make the report public. The findings are not binding on the executive whether but can be relied upon by courts as evidence. Thank you.